Hey, stop laughing and tell me already what this joke is. It's Zoe! Zoe! Oh my goodness, those two. These two are great. Not even gonna lie. They're silly. Sometime after returning home from errands, I decided to prepare for a late dinner with Zoe. I'm not terribly hungry myself, but Zoe will be too tired to cook when she returns, so it's either this or we order takeout. I open the refrigerator and search for something easy to make. What should we have tonight? Leftovers would be the easiest, but I'd feel kind of bad just reheating what Zoe made. Maybe I'll... Click? I close the refrigerator and turn towards the door. The sound of the lock turning catches my attention, and a moment later I see a familiar figure in the doorway. Yo, I'm back. Oh, welcome home, Zoe. Are you hungry? I was just thinking about making dinner. Nah, I'm good. The pay this time was really low, but I did get to order whatever I wanted, free of charge. Oh, alright. I guess that's kinda cool. Was the food at the venue any good? Not really. It's all greasy garbage. It was filling, though. I hate when something's too greasy. I see. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about dinner then. I'm also not really hungry, so... My voice trails off as I see what Zoe's holding in her hand. Wait a minute. Is that... Oh, this? Noticing my gaze, Zoe raises the six-pack of beer cans in her hand and places it on the table. Another perk from the job. A lot of the low-paying venues try to rope performers in by offering them inventory. I told them I was still a student, but they gave it to me anyway. How irresponsible. Tell me about it. Anyway, even if you aren't hungry, you might want to eat something. It's not good to drink on an empty stomach, you know. Yeah, I've heard. Well, hold the fucking phone. Are you saying you want me to drink all of this? Not all of it, just half. Or would you rather see your sister completely wasted? No, that's, can we just, I don't know, not drink it? That would be a waste. Then why not just have one can? Moderation is important, you know. Oh, I thought you didn't like to half-ass things. I really don't think that applies here. I look towards the six-pack again. Is it at least light beer? Nope, full of sugar and alcohol and everything else that makes it worth drinking. Or so I'm told. I don't know. Come on, celebrate with me. It's thanks to you that I can even get into these places to play. Don't remind me. I feel like a bad sister for saying this, but... Alright, let's drink. Now you're talking. I mean, might as fucking well. I'm not a big drinker or anything, but... Zoe and I moved to her bedroom after drinking 2 cans each. The taste really wasn't something I enjoyed at all, but I stuck with it out of pressure to look mature. We sit on the floor near her bed as we nurse the third and final cans, taking our time to sip them slowly. I feel my body gradually begin to relax. The alcohol is getting to me already. Are we lightweights? It would seem that I'm a lightweight. Yep. Are you still with me, Iris? Zoe waves her hand in front of my face. If you're feeling sick, you should just put it down. Better it goes to waste than make yourself ill. I put Zoe's hand away and take another sip. I'm fine. I'm just a little tipsy. You were a little tipsy before you even finished your first can. Shut up! I don't usually drink, okay? Usually? Don't you mean you never have before? Zoe's smug face as she calls me out should bother me, but I'm currently too relaxed to care. I shrug in response. People seem to do dumb stuff when they're drunk. I don't want to make an ass out of myself. I see. Zoe moves closer to me. Oh no. So you're afraid of doing something you might regret? Exactly! You never know what's going to happen when you drink this much. That's why you should only drink in the safety of your friends and family. Oh? Wise words befitting an older sister. Zoe brings her hand to her mouth and stifles a laugh. I get the feeling she's a lot more open when she's had a few drinks. But you know, things can happen even if you're only with friends and family. Alcohol causes people to release their inhibitions and do and say things they normally wouldn't. If you aren't careful, you might just start acting true to yourself. I stare at Zoe blankly. Okay. The heck is that supposed to mean? Zoe shakes her head. Oh no, never mind. If you can't comprehend what I'm saying, perhaps it's time to cut you off. No, you don't. Zoe grabs the can from my hand and places it out of my reach. Hey, meanie, you're the one who told me to drink. I am, and as the person responsible for your current state, it is my duty to see your continued well-being. You know, you're surprisingly you talk well, considering how much you drank. I'll take that as a compliment. Even so, don't forget that alcohol affects different people in different ways. Some people become loud, some brood, some are giggly, and others... Oh my, hold on, mouse, get the fuck out of here. Zoe? Zoe puts her beer can next to mine, then she wraps her arms around my neck. She is the lovey one. She brings her face closer until I can feel her breath overlapping mine. Zoe, you're a bit close. Does it bother you? No, I wouldn't say that. Then there's no problem. Zoe continues to bring her face in closer. My first instinct is to push her away, but even as I feel her breath on my cheek, I can't bring myself to do it. Zoe, are you... Zoe stops moving closer. Instead, she begins to move her hands back and forth, stroking the back of my neck and shoulders. Iris, looking at you up close, your skin is surprisingly soft and smooth. I'm kind of jealous. Zoe slips her hand down lower, reaching underneath the back of my shirt. Even then, I don't stop her. Do I want her to continue? What am I hoping for? Zoe, you can't. Can't what? If you don't say it clearly, I won't know what you mean. Zoe's hands continue to roam along my back as she rests her head on my shoulder. I can't see her face from this angle. It takes every bit of my failing resolve not to let out my excited breath, breathing into her ear. Click! Good! What? I jump in surprise as I both feel and hear a faint click. Oh, the front of my shirt drops slightly, and I realize that Zoe has unclipped my bra. Sorry, I was trying to move it out of the way. Zoe pulls up. Oh my god. Zoe pulls up off my shoulder, her rich dark hair falling to one side in a messy manner. Her eyes look sleepy, staring at nothing, dazed despite her coherency earlier. I'm sure I'm not much better. Only then do I realize how close we are. Her lips are barely 3 inches away from mine. I bite my lip to stifle a gasp, which causes Zoe to look at me. There's no need to wear a bra, you know. It's just us here. No, but this is just a bit of skinship between siblings. I guess that's fine. I bring my face forward, inching closer to Zoe's. Though she hasn't moved any further herself, she doesn't pull away either. Lean in for that kiss! Despite being so close, Zoe shows no intention of going any further. A part of me is relieved by this. I'm still unsure of what's going on, and I realize that we're both uninhibited. Even so, somewhere deep within my mind, I want nothing more than for this to continue. Whatever this may be. We each wait for each other to continue. Neither of us wants to take this next step alone. I muster my courage and place my hands on Zoe's shoulders. She rests her head on my shoulder and loosely puts her arms around my neck. Her hair is soft and so fine that it tickles my nose. I let my hands slide up and down her sides as I hold her, meaning it to only be a comforting touch. But I'm soon appalled to find myself getting excited as my hands make contact with her incredibly warm skin. Her shirt had hitched up, revealing the expanse of her hips to my roaming hands. I try not to show any reaction, but cold chills break out all over me. Not able to contain myself, my body stiffens, breaking the moment. She starts to climb off my lap. Before I can think, I grab her jacket, halting her movement. Ooh. What do I say now? Searching my mind, I try to think of something to say, but I come up with nothing. All I know is I didn't want Zoe's touch to stop. Not yet. I move my hand back down to her waist, seeking the bare skin there. The contact creates an instant electric reaction in my own body. Zoe shifts forward, steadying herself with her hands on my shoulders. I feel her linking them behind my head. The pressure below my stomach is starting to ache. What is it I'm trying to do right now? All I can do is ask myself this as I inch closer and closer to Zoe's face. Closer and closer to her lips. She parts her lips and... It's late. Late? It's a school night. Oh. Zoe looks at me sadly, filled with both relief and regret. She pulls away of her own volition. Sorry, I don't really know what I was trying to do there. No, you don't need to apologize. Oh, my good lord. These ladies. I'm in the same boat as her. I want us to be closer, but I don't really understand how or why. Zoe slowly stands, steadying herself on the bed for support. She then crawls into her bed, tossing off her jacket in the process. I guess I'll just crawl on back to my room. After bidding Zoe goodnight, I leave her bedroom and head back to my own. I lock the door and lay down on my bed, unconsciously bringing my fingers to my lips as I close my eyes. As I try to fall asleep, a single question remains on my mind. Just what do I want my relationship with Zoe to become? Here comes the existential moment. Oh, never mind. Not happening. That was getting a little intense there. The morning after drinking with Zoe, I find myself regretting my decision to go with the flow. My head hurts. The world is bright and loud, and all I want to do is go back to bed. Unfortunately, the rest of the world won't wait for me, so I have little choice but to go to class. All right, we'll end here today. Take note of the page we're currently on. I don't want to waste 10 minutes tomorrow when you all try to find your place again. Yes, teach. Our teacher leaves the classroom as the first break of the day begins. At the same time, the classroom is suddenly filled with chatter, and I can feel my head splitting in two. Hey! 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 Did you hear about Katie's boyfriend? Well, you mean the college guy? Yeah, that's the one. I heard that he proposed to her over the weekend. Can you believe it? If I heard that from a more trustworthy source, I might. Oh, shut up! So what do you think? Will she accept? I wouldn't. My skin crawls just looking at him. Oh, that's so mean. Not that you could land an older guy anyway. Ha 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 ha. I'm loud. Oh, God, please kill me, my head. I wrap both of my arms around my face and rest them on my desk, trying to block out the vapid shrieking right next to me. Shows what you know. Your young girlfriend is like a trophy to older guys. Not to mention the fact that high school age escorts are at an all-time high. What? No way. Girls our age prostituting themselves, that's seriously gross. It can't feel good to kiss some dirty old geezer. I squeeze my ears harder as the conversation beside me seeps in. With all the talk about boyfriends and prostitution, I begin to feel uneasy. Well, obviously they only do it for money. Well, yeah, but even so, as if there could be girls hearing this girl doing that. Did I say skrill? I said I'm in school if I said skrill. That's not uncommon. You just need to know what you look for. Like if a girl has a poor attendance, a nice wardrobe, or piercings, stuff like that. I don't know. It can't be that easy to spot one. Though now that you mention it, you don't think... Let's ask her. Hey, Zoe. Wow! Wow! Yeah? I instinctively look up as I hear a familiar voice. Despite myself, my heart begins to quicken as a little as I see her. Standing next to the two noisy girls and Zoe, or is Zoe, who doesn't look at all out of place in a classroom full of her seniors. We were just talking about schoolgirl prostitution. What do you think? How much would it take for you to sleep with a sleazy guy twice your age? Zoe shudders. I think I'd rather kill myself, thanks. That's what I thought. A girl like you could get a hot guy if she wants. Why settle for some old geezer? Hold on, Mouse. You're going to slide on over here. True, maybe it's only ugly girls who resort to that. Ugly and poor, what a combo. Alright, Zoe, there's something I've been meaning to ask. Zoe, do you have a boyfriend? This guy I know keeps bugging me to ask you, and I still don't know what to tell him. I unconsciously lean closer as we all wait for Zoe's reply. I'm fairly certain I know the answer, but considering how secretive she can be, I can never be sure. Oh no, I don't. Seriously? I'm loud! That's lucky. Can I give him your number, or maybe... Tell him I killed my last boyfriend with an ice pick. Oh, okay. You did? You're kidding, aren't you? What do you think? Speaking in a tone as serious as her expression, Zoe shows no sign of cracking a smile or laughing. Instead, she sits down next to me, not saying a word. That doesn't bode well for me, Rip. Oh my god. Neither of the boisterous girls make a sound. They both stare at Zoe, eyes wide open and mouths agape, believing without a doubt that Zoe actually killed her ex. But while the jokes of murder unsettled the two, that's not what settles in on my mind. Is it possible that Zoe did have a boyfriend? Somehow, someone she was forced to leave behind overseas? Not that I should care or anything. I mean, Zoe is pretty, so she probably has had them. Suddenly, it feels as if I'm suffocating. I loosen the tie around my neck, not daring to look at Zoe. Zoe doesn't pay me any mind, quietly preparing for class. Zoe... I unconsciously trace my fingertips on my bottom lip. If we had gone any further last night, we might have... Oh god, she's blushing. Noticing my staring, Zoe shoots me a quick glance. I immediately look down into my lap, not in any way ready to meet her gaze head on. But I'm saved by the teacher, who files in and instructs us to open our textbooks. Whew, saved by the bell! I mean the clock! Or the... Oh my god, oh jeez, what the hell? That was... I hope we're not in class that long. Whew! And done! I glance up at Zoe, who is sitting across from me at the table. Her arm is propping her head up, while her homework is sitting in front of her. It does seem like she completed most of her work. Despite my numerous offers, Zoe never asked for help with any of the questions. And what's more, she doesn't seem compelled to go out late tonight at all. Tired? Not especially. She leans back in the chair and throws her arms up, interlocking her fingers and stretching, then releases it with an unceremonious slump. There's nothing to do around here. Ugh, it's so boring. At my crestfallen look, Zoe quietly backtracks. Quickly. We could watch a movie or something? Did you want to watch one? There's a movie I've been wanting to see on pay-per-view, I guess. Do people still use pay-per-view? Is that a thing? That sounds great! What movie did you have in mind? Hopefully it isn't anything scary. You don't like scary movies? I guess I tried to keep myself away from scary things, considering I was alone a lot. Wow. Well, sucks for you, it's a horror movie. My shoulders dip. At the same time, I didn't want to show Zoe that I was scared of some fake blood on TV screen. Okay, let's watch it. Are you sure? Yeah, it'll be, well, something new. With a chipper facade, I offer to make her popcorn. Zoe refuses it with a slow shake of her head. Okay, I guess I'll get popcorn. While she selects the movie from pay-per-view, I pull out the strangely oily popcorn bag from a box and pop it in the microwave. Don't use the word strangely oily. When I return, Zoe is sprawled out with one arm across the back of the two-seater. If I sit on the couch, it'll be right next to Zoe. Oh, God. Feeling brave, I set the popcorn down on the table, then plop down on the couch into her arm. Trying to hog the couch? You didn't think I was going to let you sit over here by yourself, did you? She looks me right in the eyes as I say that. My heart flutters. Just kidding, I can sit over here, you know. Her arm drops down off the couch to my shoulder, rubbing it reassuringly. This movie is supposed to be pretty scary, or so I've heard. Best we sit close for moral support. Oh God, and it's all red. With that, the movie begins playing. It opens on a dark, wet bayou. The camera takes us into the back of a crusty, decrepit boathouse where the sound of flies overwhelm the audio. The title text flashes to the dramatic music, Reaper's Cove. I laugh at the corny title screen, looking over at Zoe for her reaction. She's paying close attention to the movie, though. I nibble at my popcorn. As we watch the movie, I begin to feel more and more tense. Zoe turned the lights down earlier, which only helped the movie's scenes become more terrifying. It's not long before the movie has me screaming involuntarily and hiding my face. Zoe laughs at my reactions the first few times, but soon she grows concerned. Iris, are you okay? I can turn it off. No, we paid money for this. I'm cool. A lie, but she sounds like she feels bad, and I can't have that. My answer seems to satisfy her, though. We settle back down to watch the movie. Then another horrific scene occurs, and I find myself screaming yet again. Zoe gets up and turns the movie off, then walks over to a lamp to switch it on. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so lame. It's just I'm always alone, so I don't like to scare myself. Things scare me. Trailing off, I look down at my hands. Could this get any more embarrassing? It isn't a big deal. The movie was kind of dumb, and watching you get worked up was the best part anyway. She looks at me with a cheeky smile. It's not a smirk, but something more mischievous. It was mean of me. I wanted to watch you get scared. I knew it! That's so mean. I don't know how I'm going to fall asleep tonight. You can sleep in my room, I guess. Oh, okay. Wait, what? I look at Zoe for any signs of a joke, but she just stares at the blank TV nonchalantly. Oh, well, okay, sure, I guess. Zoe nods, then excuses herself to change into her pajamas, heading down the hall. I sit quietly on the couch. I'm going to sleep in Zoe's bed. Is it normal to feel such a rush thinking about this? I've never slept in someone else's bed before, even though this technically is my apartment. While excitement is coursing through me, the creeping darkness of the enemy... Did I just say enemy? She's not our enemy. Of the empty living room is starting to send a chill down my spine. Stupid horror movie. I hurry to begin my preparations for the sleep. The sleep. When I'm changed into my t-shirt and shorts, I knock on Zoe's bedroom door, which is slightly ajar. You don't have to knock, you know. Come on in. I peer into her dark room. Looks like Zoe's already gotten in bed. Here. Zoe pats next to her bed, lifting up the sheet. Alright, calm down, Iris. It's just her bed. It's not a big deal. I approach, crawling onto the bed. Oh, man, this is gonna get real. Being this close to Zoe in this place that she sleeps, her smell overwhelms me. It's warm and sort of earthy, but also pleasantly sweet. Maybe from her shampoo? I want to bury my face in her pillow and inhale. I'm probably making a weird expression just now. I'm half thankful it's so dark. I'm sorry. Huh? I said I'm sorry. It's fine, the movie wasn't that scary. It was, but I'm not going to admit it. No, for being so mean when I first met you. Oh, well, you weren't mean. I was. It was wrong to act that way. The truth is, I wanted to hate you. So I was thinking that I might. Admit I was wrong. You? Admit you were wrong? Despite my attempt at an over-the-top reaction to lift the mood, Zoe continues unabated. Yes, I believe I may have misjudged you. I came here resenting you, father, mother, and everyone else. I didn't want to attend this stuffy school or live with you. All of it was just another reminder that my life is always being decided for me by other people. I hated it. You who had this totally normal, well-adjusted life. I didn't want to get along with someone who had everything. But I was wrong to include you in that. None of the circumstances in my life are your fault. And you're just as much a victim of our parents' whims as I am. That's why I apologize. Honestly, I just wanted to push all my anger onto someone. That's a surprisingly mature thing to admit. At my old school, if you get angry, they sit you down in detention for dissent after class until you're ready to explain why you're angry in detail. They can keep you there for days, so it's better to just come out and say it. Is that legal? Or healthy? What the fuck? It gave me a lot of time to think about my emotions. But mostly I just learned how to hide them better. Well, you shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions about you so quickly. After all, you left your entire life behind to come here. Not really. You didn't leave anyone behind? Zoe shrugs as she so often does. So, did you have anyone back at your old school? Zoe stares at me blankly. Oh my god. Oh, god. I'm gonna have to think about this one, I think. I feel like I want to more ask about the boyfriend, but I don't. Oh, I don't. No!